bend a knee behind you, exhale. Careful.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Tychon, back with another episode. Today, we're doing sunset yoga with Actify Social. And I'm really excited because my body's tight and I'm ready to just get loose. I think yoga is one of those workouts that it's sneaky hard because I watch it and it looks easy from the outside, but it's actually quite difficult. Holding the poses, holding the stretches, it's not something I always do because it just sneaks up on me as being hard.
Hi, my name is Brian. I'm the founder of Actify Social. I'm excited to be here and show you what we're all about. Yeah, so Actify is an opportunity for like-minded individuals to come together, to dance, share, explore, and connect, and really do unconventional things such as noise-isolated experiences in unconventional environments. So whether that's through a library, a gymnasium, a theater, there's a bunch of different environments, but we always focus on community and highlighting those who are underrepresented to be able to come together. Hey man, chilling. Good to meet you. Brian, pleasure.
I saw Brian pull up on a scooter. He looks like a chill vibe. So I don't feel like today he's gonna push me to the limit that I can't handle.
So today we're gonna go through some really basic stuff. It's all an opportunity for you to open up, the tight muscles that you were talking about. We're gonna be focusing on the hips, the shoulders, and more of like mobility practice today.
I know one yoga pose, child's pose. And that's the one you go to when you can't do nothing else. So you might see me there a lot today.
If at any time you feel uncomfortable, just let me know. I'll always give you modifications, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. I promise you that you are going to survive. And just let me guide you through this noise-isolated experience, and it's gonna be a beautiful sunset experience.
Today, I'm just most excited about just getting my body loose and trying something different. There's something always exciting to me about trying something new. I've done yoga before a couple times, but today, I don't feel that ready, but I'm excited. Brother, I need it, so thank you, man.
No worries, my pleasure. It goes both ways, man.
Okay.
Let's have fun.
Yes, sir. Doing yoga outside in the elements is a little bit different for me. There's gonna be geese, there's gonna be sun, there's gonna be wind, and there's gonna be bugs. Like, it's gonna be hard to just even stay present in the moment.
Yeah, actually today's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have Tychon come out here and do some sunset yoga with our noise isolated headsets. And it's really unique because he's going to have a noise isolated experiences. That means that he can only hear my voice, my music, and nothing else. So it's an opportunity for him to really focus in. We're going to start off with our right shoulder circles. It really does just warm me at the body.
It's a little chilly outside today, so doing yoga outside is gonna be a little different for me. I don't know how I'm gonna get warm.
You're still a good person if you fall, I promise. It's okay. And switch.
Okay, stand straight. My balance is straight.
We're going to reach both hands up to sky. Inhale, fly both hands up, up, up. Hold. To your left, you lean to your left. Inhale, bend the knees, lift up, up, up. To your right, to your right. Bend knees, inhale, reach up. Take a bow and fold forward, exhale. Watch your lower back, flat back, inhale, you to bring your back up. And then you fold again, exhale, you bow. Let your head fall, it's okay. Upward dog or cobra, lift through your chest, lift through your heart. Watch your shoulders. Child's pose, exhale, child's pose. Toes touch. Knees out, out, out. Knees wide, wide, wider than your mats.
This is my favorite position. This is where I just be chilling. But child's pose is my go-to. Like, when things are going sideways and things are shaky, I go to child's pose.
Reach your right leg up, up, up. Bend a knee behind you, exhale. Careful.
I wasn't ready for it at first. I fell a few times.
Inhale, up. Step through in between your hands, exhale, step through.
Oh my gosh.
Stay here, breathe. Now you can choose your path. You can either drop your knee or you can stay up with us. Wherever you are, you reach both hands up to the sky. You exhale, sink. The three parts of your spine. You tuck in your tailbone, your shoulders, double chin, right knee out. Arms up or hands on hips. Breathing. And then look at the sunset.
I love sunsets. So to do something that was new at sunset, which is a good combination of things.
And point your left hand towards the water.
Yo, this is not easy. Oh my gosh, my legs burning.
Left hand to floor. Exhale, both hands on the floor. Your back heel goes up. Hover your left foot to the floor and reach your left leg up. Remember, you can ground your plane. Is your plane leaning forward? Is your plane leaning upwards? Is your plane parallel to the sky or sand? Without touching the floor, transition into a tree pose by lifting up your body, hands to heart. Good job, everyone. Somebody pick a number between 7 and 11. 9. Excellent. Excellent. We're going to stay here for 9 seconds. Are you ready? 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1, and take a seat. Good job. Eyes closed. Move your head up, down, round, and round. Eyes closed, until you find your perfect stretch. This is where we end. Together, we're going to take 3 breaths, and on our last exhale, we'll say namaste, becoming one. So as we slowly fill up our bellies, we inhale, fill, 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 hold breath, hold, hold. Let go, exhale. And together we all say namaste.
Honestly, I didn't think I was ready for it, but once I got into it and got present, I absolutely loved today's class.
It felt really great, man. It felt really cool being outside, being by the sunset, by the water. It just felt like, it felt like I was in a movie.
Honestly, I just loved how it was such a seamless transition through all of the poses. Even though the weather is cold today, I felt very warm and ignited within.
It's important that I balance my hard work with some wellness practices where I could go in and I could focus in on self so I could provide more value to the world.
Well, me being a yoga instructor, I definitely would come back. I love his voice, it's so soothing. I think that's what draws you into a lot of classes.
How it felt really relaxing for me. Had a busy day at work and my mind was all over the place, so helped me get present. It was really nice being outside. Didn't honestly feel like we were in public. Our instructor was just guiding us in the right way, so it felt really great. It felt very, very present, very relaxing, and just very at peace. So
yeah, I would definitely take another class for sure. It was just a beautiful balance between an empowering practice, but also gentle enough to remind me of the beauty within and just the beauty around, and just to be immersed in such great energy. It was amazing.
I couldn't balance at first because my mind was all over the place, but as time went on, I really just sank into my body and really felt all the feels. Brian's voice really guided me through everything, and the music behind it, and just being in nature. It was the perfect combination of all things. It's what I needed today. man, I needed that.
Yeah, thank you so much for showing up and trusting me enough to guide you through that.
Bro, no, thank you for trusting me and trusting us to be in this space. And like, the way I needed it, I don't think you understand. Like, wellness has just been a thing for me for the longest time. Honestly, like since winning Big Brother and just being in the public eye, I realized that, you know, external success is not what'll make me happy. And like, I think before being in the public eye, I thought like, you know, that next job, that next car, that next anything would be the thing to complete me. And I realized it wasn't that. And after winning, I felt so empty. I just knew that I had to do something for me within. And that was like going on a wellness journey, figuring out all the different things that make me happy so I could learn more about myself.
But like, so many people strive for that, right? For the big win. And you're saying that like, despite that, you still didn't feel complete. You still didn't feel like you found peace. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think we strive for that because we think that's what we want. And
Did it help at all? Did it ease? I mean, there has to be a reason why we strive for something like that, right?
we strive for success because that's what people tell us we need. That's what we're socialized to see. We need that car, we need that fame, we need that, but that's not truly what makes us happy, right? I think it's the little things, right? I think it's just being present and remembering who you are and the things that actually matter to you, your family, your friends, spending time in nature. And that's why today was so special to me, because like I got to spend time with friends in nature, focusing on me and myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it's just hard when you're on the other side of it. I think that we're so limited to what we strive for that we can't imagine a life without striving for that $100,000 or that nicer car or the bigger house, because it just feels like it'll ease the pressure of the daily grind. And so it's always so surprising to hear that when someone such as yourself actually attains it, you still find emptiness. It's supposed to complete, it's supposed to fill, it's supposed to ease. And you're saying that that's not what you'll find. That's terrifying.
It's just the fact that you got to think about it. Like, if those things are a byproduct of living your purpose, then I think those things are great. If the $100,000 and the fame are a bonus of living the things you want to live, then it's a thing. But if it's just you're chasing the money, or you're chasing the fame, or you're chasing the cars or the house, that in itself won't bring you happiness. I have a question for you though. What made you start this business? What made you start a yoga thing? And why should more men do yoga?
What made me start it is this: when you grow up in a certain skin, you're told that you only have access to certain things. And what you see on TV is people who look like you doing certain things with certain careers, and you feel like that's the only path for you. You start doing what they're doing. You start chasing for what their success is, and a lot of those are a lot of materialistic things. And so after a while, if you're lucky enough, you can come out of that, and if you survive, you start finally asking yourself, well, is there more? And I was fortunate enough to survive that time, and yoga was a really big thing for me. It brought me peace. At the time, I was relatively heavy. At my heaviest, I was around 240, 250 pounds, and it was just a constant struggle. Not only an internal battle, but just in my environment. Yoga was my reminder that no matter where you're from, what you look like, how much money you have, it's a place that has to do with nothing outside of yourself. You just have to be you.
Bro, thank you for sharing that. Honestly, it takes a lot of courage to step outside the box that sometimes we're put in. And that sounds like it took a lot of courage for you, because I've never been to a yoga class with a black instructor. So I just want to say, like, thank you for stepping into that. How do we take up space as black men in the wellness space?
I think that it's a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
We're limited to what we see. Seeing is kind of a survival mechanism, and it's what we need to be able to identify when we're in a safe space and when we're not. Unfortunately, in this case, a lot of black men need to be able to see something that is relatable to them. So when you don't see a lot of masculine men who are into fitness, who are also guiding the practice, a majority of the men do not feel comfortable being guided in that space because they can't relate. Sometimes you need a physical manifestation of someone who you can relate to. So when they see someone such as myself, who definitely doesn't fit into the box of your traditional lighter shade female yoga instructor, a question comes up like, interesting, if he can do it, maybe I can too. My goal is to be able to create these safe spaces for people who look like me, people who feel as though they're not welcomed in certain spaces. This is the reminder that there's room for you here. Yeah, there's room for you here. And if I can inspire, whether it be women or men identifying souls, I'd be honored for that, and that's really a blessing. So that's why I keep on thanking you so much, because you just showing up creates an idea in someone's mind that, hey, if Tychon can do it, all right, maybe I'll go down to that yoga class down the block, or maybe I'll show up to this like big beach event that Actify Social is hosting, and maybe I'll be able to do a sunset yoga class as well with noise isolating headsets. Just an idea of the possibility is what we're doing here with this conversation, and I just really think that's really powerful. I think that's really cool.
One question I really wanted to ask you is like, what would you tell men out there struggling with their mental health? Like, what would you say from your standpoint?
We've been conditioned to think that we're alone, but that we're not. All the greatest leaders had mentors, all had coaches for a reason. It's because they know that they can only go far on their own, but they can go the distance together. Find someone who you can relate to. Pull up to one of these classes, come talk to me. There's space for you here, because as much as I share, I feel it too. So if we can create a space that's for us, through the practice of yoga or just through a sit down like we're doing right now, and then elevate each other, create businesses, create wealth, create community, a non-judgmental space, a space where just existing is enough and not existing with performance, that's what I'd say.
I appreciate you sharing that, man. It's the community part really hits for me and everything that you said, because even just from us talking today, even though we come from completely different spaces, we're going through similar things.
Crazy.
And when we come together, it makes you feel like you're part of something and you're not alone in that. So man, I really thank you for sharing your heart, sharing your practice, sharing your space, just sharing today. Because yo, it really meant a lot for me.
It goes both ways.
No, you gonna help me up or help you up?
Help me up, bro.
Yeah, I got you. I just finished Sunset Yoga with Actify Social, and now I'm here at Cam H with Kevin because I have some questions.
How's the Sunset Yoga?
Was blessed. I wish you were there.
Yeah, man, next time. I didn't get the invite, so.
I got you next time. First question for you.
Yeah.
What is a one pattern that you notice with black men working in the mental health space?
I think sometimes we are so focused on taking care of everyone else, and sometimes we don't really take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think it comes from that place of just being vulnerable, right? Like sometimes we're not willing to sit down and be like, you know what, like I'm going through something, right? I'm really going through it right now. And we're really just, society kind of tells us we have to mask it and keep it like to ourselves. So it's really unlearning some of that and saying, you know what, like I'm going through it today. I'm having a rough time, reaching out to a friend, doing something like an activity like yoga that really centers mindfulness for you to really reflect, like how am I actually doing? And like tuning out from the broader world and just focusing on being here and now and present. It's so important.
How do we normalize that more as black men?
think we just got to do it. Like,
Yeah.
I think, you know, it's just modeling it for like young people, right? Like sometimes, like it's one thing to say it, but like what you're doing, right? Like you're actually doing it, and someone's gonna look and say, oh yeah, like if he can do it, like maybe I can give it a try too, right? But it's not just like reading it in a book or someone telling you. It's like someone who's like out there doing things, and they turn on and say, oh, like, you know, there's Tychon doing yoga, like maybe I can do that too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. How can building a sense of belonging and being part of a community improve your mental well-being?
It's really important for our community because, you know, I talk about it a lot when we're working with Black youth and Black communities. We're really community focused, right? A lot of the mainstream systems are focused on individuals, or focused on, you know, someone coming to an appointment and doing therapy. But things like yoga, where you're connecting with others, you're connecting with the earth, you're connecting with the environment, it really helps to build a sense of belonging. And sometimes a lot of our youth and our families, we just don't have that sense of belonging because in the systems that we're in, we just don't feel like we belong. So finding a community like a, you know, Sunset Yoga, or connecting with others in a space where you feel kind of welcome and you're grounded and you're really focusing on your sense of purpose can really be therapeutic. And sometimes those things are actually more important than all the other stuff, right? It's really about just grounding yourself and reconnecting with yourself and understanding like who am I as a person, what are my goals, and focusing on the here and now.
Yeah, and that's absolutely how I felt during the exercise.
Is that what it was like?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't tried it yet, but if I was to try it, I feel like that's kind of, you know, like tuning out the world and just focusing, and I gotta work on my stretching maybe first before.
That's the vibe. But we're gonna get you out there next time.
I'll
Thank
be
you
stretching,
again.
getting ready for it.
Of course.
All right.
And that's another episode of Tychon Tries. Would you guys try Sunset Yoga? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace.